Why having few friends is a sign of, in Stoicism, inner peace and self-respect. Have you ever sat across from someone who smiled at you, spoke kindly, maybe even complimented you, but deep down something didn't feel right? Maybe it was a co-worker who said, "Don't worry, I'll handle the project," only to vanish when the deadline hit. Or maybe it was a friend who swore, "I'd never talk behind your back," but somehow the rumor spread anyway. We've all felt that sting, that instinct that whispers, "They're lying." But here's the problem: lies are everywhere. People lie to protect themselves, to get ahead, to manipulate, or sometimes just to avoid uncomfortable truths. So how do you defend yourself? How do you sharpen your perception so you're not fooled by appearances? The answer lies in Stoicism. The ancient Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, lived in a world filled with flattery, politics, and deceit. They developed a way of seeing through illusions, a way of focusing only on truth. And today, we'll learn how their wisdom can help us see through lies, protect our peace of mind, and stay rooted in reality. So if you're ready to learn the Stoic art of seeing through lies, stick with me until the end. Part 1. Why People Lie. Ancient Wisdom plus Modern Psychology. Before we can see through lies, we have to understand why people lie in the first place. Think about it. Has anyone ever lied to you? And when you asked, why would they do that? You couldn't figure it out. Let's break it down. Reason 1. Fearsome people lie because they're afraid. They don't want to get punished. They don't want to lose status. They don't want to look weak. So they hide the truth. The Stoics understood this. Epictetus said, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the view which they take of them." For a liar, their view of reality is so terrifying that they'd rather invent a false one. Think of a child who lies about breaking a vase. It's not about the vase, it's about the fear of punishment. Adults do the same thing, just with more sophisticated excuses. Reason 2, greed and ambition. Others lie to gain, to manipulate, to control. Seneca, the Roman Stoic, lived in the dangerous world of Emperor Nero's court, a place where deception was a survival skill. He warned, "The language of truth is simple. If someone's words are overly complicated, twisted, or self-serving, it's usually because there's ambition behind it." Think about it at work. Maybe a co-worker talks down your contributions in front of the boss while exaggerating their own. That's not honesty, it's a self-serving lie. Reason 3. Comfortsome lies are told just to make life easier. "Yes, I read your email." "No, I'm not upset." "Sure, I'll be there." Small lies smooth over friction, but here's the Stoic warning: lies always corrode. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Never esteem anything as of advantage to you that will make you break your word or lose your self-respect." Even small lies weaken character, both theirs and ours, if we accept them. So why do people lie? Fear, greed, comfort. But the Stoic answer isn't to obsess over why. It's to accept that lying is part of human nature and to sharpen ourselves to see it clearly. Part 2. The Stoic view of truth. The Stoics didn't just talk about truth, they lived it. For them, truth wasn't about fancy words. It was about harmony. Words and actions aligned. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king, constantly reminded himself to be watchful. He wrote, "If someone deceives me, the fault is mine, if I did not examine carefully." Notice what he's saying here. If you get fooled by lies, don't just blame the liar. Blame yourself for not looking closely enough. That's Stoic responsibility. Truth, for the Stoics, reveals itself through consistency. Think about it. Anyone can lie once, Anyone can fake an emotion in a single conversation, but over time, truth leaks out. Actions always reveal character. Seneca said it bluntly, "A liar is not believed even when he speaks the truth." Why? Because over time, the mask falls. People reveal who they are. So the Stoic challenge is this: don't just listen to words. Watch lives. Judge character by its consistency, not by its performance. Part 3. How lies reveal themselves. Psychology meets Stoicism. Now let's get practical. How do you actually spot a lie? Modern psychology gives us clues, but what's fascinating is how closely these align with Stoic wisdom. Here are 4 major signs of deception. Inconsistency. Does what they say match what they do? Stoics put heavy emphasis on unity between word and deed. If someone swears they respect you, but constantly cut you off, belittle you, or ignore your needs, the action tells the truth, not the words. Overcompensation. Liars often give too many details. They try too hard to look calm. But Stoics warned against being dazzled by appearances. Epictetus said, "Don't be satisfied with mere appearances. If someone insists too much, I would never lie to you." That insistence itself can be suspicious. Evasion. When asked a direct question, does the person dodge, shift, or change the subject? The Stoics practice clarity. If someone avoids clarity, chances are they're hiding something. Emotional mismatch. The Stoic eye is trained to notice when emotion and words don't line up. If someone says, "I'm so happy for you," but their body language shows tension, crossed arms, and a clenched jaw, that's a tell. Modern psychologists call this leakage. Stoics simply called it reality. Truth always finds a way to surface. Part 4. Training Stoic perception. Spotting lies isn't about being suspicious of everyone. It's about training your mind to see clearly. The Stoics called this the discipline of perception. So how do we train our perception? 1. Observation without judgment. Seneca said, "Time discovers truth. Too often we rush to judgment. We hear a story and instantly believe it, or instantly reject it. But the Stoic approach is to slow down. Imagine you're in a meeting. A colleague makes a bold claim about how much progress they've made. Instead of instantly trusting or instantly doubting, just observe. Take note, let time confirm or deny. The Stoics practiced patience because they knew truth doesn't always show itself immediately. It reveals itself gradually. The discipline of assent. Epictetus taught the discipline of assent. He said, "When you receive an impression, examine it before you assent to it." In modern terms, don't believe everything you hear or even everything you think. When someone tells you something, instead of nodding along, ask yourself, do I have reason to believe this? Is there evidence beyond words? Does it align with what I already know about this person's character? This tiny pause is powerful. It stops you from being swept away by lies. Detach from emotions. Lies often target emotions. Manipulators stir up fear, guilt, or excitement to cloud your judgment. But the Stoics trained themselves to remain calm. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. The calmer you are, the harder it is for someone to deceive you. A flustered person is easy to trick. A calm person is difficult to manipulate. So the next time someone tries to push your buttons, pause, breathe, detach. Seek consistency over time." The Stoics believed in patterns. Anyone can fake honesty in the short term. But over time, consistency or inconsistency always shows. Think of it like this. If someone lies once, you might miss it. But if you observe their behavior over weeks and months, the truth reveals itself. Seneca advised, "The truth is never far from the simplicity of things. Look at the big picture. Don't get trapped in single moments. Step back and examine the pattern." So Stoic perception is about patience, examination, calmness, and long-term observation. That's how you sharpen your inner sight. Part 5, applying in daily life. Now, how do we use this in everyday situations? Let's look at real-life examples. In relationships, have you ever had a friend, partner, or even family member who said one thing but lived another? Maybe they swore, "I'll always be there for you." But when you needed them, they disappeared. Stoicism teaches, don't cling to words, cling to actions. If someone repeatedly shows you who they are, believe that over the words they say. It doesn't mean being bitter. It means being realistic. Marcus Aurelius said, "If anyone can refute me, show me I am wrong, I will gladly change, for I seek the truth." Apply that same principle in relationships. Seek the truth, not the comfort of false words. At work, in professional life, deception often takes the form of promises without follow-through. Maybe a manager promises a raise next quarter. Maybe a co-worker takes credit for something you did. A Stoic response? Don't waste energy on outrage. Notice patterns. Document facts. Protect your boundaries. And if someone proves unreliable, adjust your expectations instead of clinging to their words. Seneca said, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. Every dishonest colleague is an opportunity to sharpen your perception." With media and society, we live in an age of constant information, ads, news, social media. Lies spread faster today than ever in history. A Stoic approach is to practice skepticism without cynicism. Marcus Aurelius advised himself daily, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Ask yourself, who benefits from me believing this? What do the actions behind the message reveal? Don't become cynical and believe nothing. That closes your mind. Instead, be a careful judge. Believe what evidence and consistency prove. 4. With yourself, the hardest lies to see are the ones we tell ourselves. "I'll start the diet tomorrow. I'm not unhappy. I'm just tired. I'll chase my dreams someday," Marcus Aurelius warned himself. It's time you realized that you have something in you more powerful and miraculous than the things that affect you and make you dance like a puppet. Self-deception is the greatest enemy. If you can't be honest with yourself, you'll fall for anyone else's lies. So practice daily self-examination. Journal, reflect. Ask, am I lying to myself about who I am, what I want, or what I'm avoiding? Part 6. The Stoic response to lies. Now let's imagine you catch someone lying. What would a Stoic do? 1D, stay calm. Most people explode when they discover a lie. But a Stoic doesn't give the liar that satisfaction. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." If someone deceives you, don't let their dishonesty drag you into anger or bitterness. Recognize the truth. Quietly, you don't need to confront every liar. Sometimes the most powerful move is silent recognition. You see them clearly now. Their words carry less weight. You adjust accordingly. This isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Why fight a liar who already reveals themselves by lying? 3. Protect your peace. The liar's goal is often control. By staying calm, you rob them of that power. By refusing to let lies disturb your inner peace, you protect the one thing the Stoics valued most, your tranquility. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." If you let anger consume you, the liar still wins. If you remain calm, you remain free. Use it as training. The Stoics saw every difficulty as training for the soul. Lies are no different. Every time someone tries to deceive you, it's a chance to strengthen your perception, sharpen your wisdom, and deepen your resilience. Seneca reminded us, difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Lies are training weights for perception. So what have we learned? People lie out of fear, greed, or comfort. Stoicism teaches us that truth is revealed through consistency, actions over words. Lies reveal themselves through patterns, inconsistency, overcompensation, evasion, and emotional mismatch. We can train our perception through patience, calmness, reflection, and long-term observation. In daily life, Stoicism helps us respond to lies with clarity and composure, not anger or despair. At the end of the day, the Stoic art of seeing through lies isn't about paranoia. It's about wisdom. It's not about distrusting everyone. It's about learning to trust reality more than words. Marcus Aurelius summed it up best. If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change, for I seek the truth, by which no one was ever truly harmed. Truth sets you free. Lies trap you. Stoicism teaches you how to tell the difference. So next time you sense deception, remember, you don't need to control liars. You only need to master your perception. If you found this helpful, consider subscribing, because we dive deep into Stoic philosophy and how it applies to everyday struggles. Together, we can learn not just how to survive lies, but how to live above them.